Welcome back. In this tutorial, we're going to design an overlay page. This overlay page is going to be the page that will display what our company has to offer, and is going to be attached to the menu icon that is going to be in the dashboard page. Bring in the dashboard page to the left and position the overlay between the dashboard and sign up page. So now in this screen, we're going to include all the details that are required here. So let's select it. Just overlay, overview, overview, overlay. So let's activate our grid. And take a texture. Then here we're going to list the services our company or our application has to offer. So among the services we have currency conversion, right? So now let's update this to 20. Can add it to our design system. So align that to the center. So Alt key, let's duplicate that and update it to the second one. So we have local deliveries. Another duplicate again. We have international shipping. So, and we also have, which is the RMB payment. Okay. Now we can include other ones that follows. We should have a podcast. We should also have a blog. So we should also have community. And we should have support center. So now we're going to select all the text and distribute the vertical spacing. Leave the spacing to 30. So we position it. So now make sure they are centered aligned and group them together. Then you can now position them inside the center of the frame like this. Alright. So let's take a frame. $350 by 50 and change the background fill to our global color and make sure it aligns within the frame. So give it color radius of 10. Now you take your text tool and write login. And this texture should go inside the frame and update the field to height and position it properly to the center of the button. Now detach this font size and update it back to 16 bold and align it properly. So we're going to make a duplicate of that and update the text to get started. It is free. So and align it to the center of the frame. Select the frame, that is the button, and update the globe to back to the global cup. Now select the two buttons together and distribute their vertical spacing and leave it to 15. Then you can group them together. So let's zoom out a bit. Now let's take this button down a bit. Can give the Y position to 630. Now select this and the buttons together and make sure they are properly aligned to the center of the frame. So this button again, this particular group of services, we can bring it down a bit and leave the Y position to also 120. So now here we're gonna have an icon here that will enable the user to close the overlay when the overlay opens, right? So we go to our plugins and search for it for now. First for icon, cancel. Then we'll make use of this to the frame. So let me zoom in so that we see that clear. Now select that and give it corner radius of 50 and change the background fill to that. So take your scale tool and scale down only the icon. And put it to the center of the frame. Alright, take the icon and position it somewhere around there. Let it snap towards the edge of the column. Now we're going to turn off the grid. I see the preview. So quickly we're going to update the background fill. Select it. And let's go to fill. And change the background to this color, which is F8, F0, F0. And leave it like that. So now let's navigate back to the dashboard and add our menu icon. So we're going to plugins, first for icon. So we search for the menu and we're going to make use of this. So let's drag it and keep it there. So select the menu icon and update the fill to height so that it will be visible. Okay. So let's take our scale tool and increase it a bit. So it's okay like this. So now you're going to make sure they properly align with the logo. So select the logo and the icon and align them properly. Sorry. Let's zoom in so that we can see clearly. The menu icon, you have to take it out from the main frame. If not, it's gonna give you a problem. So select the main frame and select the menu icons, detach it from the frame and delete the list frame. So now you can select the icon and take it up. So select the two of them and make sure they are aligned like this. Okay, so we're going to turn on our grids so that we can see clearly where exactly it's supposed to be positioned. Alright, so this menu icon should go towards the edge of the grid like this, just as the logo is. Select the two and make sure they are centered aligned and group them together. Alright, we can turn off the grid. So now what you want to achieve, if user tap here, this overlay should open within the dashboard page, and if they close it, the overlay should close back. So here what we're going to do is to connect our prototype and do that. So let's navigate to prototype and we're going to connect fully the icon to this frame, the frame we just designed, and we're going to change to on top, then we change this to open overlay, and this overlay is going to be manual. So now we're going to position the page to be exactly the same alignment with the dashboard page like this. It should be the same alignment. So that's fine. Then if user tap on this now, we should add another interaction. If user tap on this, just select the frame and add interaction. Then the overlay should close. So that is what we want to achieve. So we're done with that. Now let's go to the onboarding screen and take a preview to see the result. So once you tap on the menu icon, you can see the overlay has opened and the options are there, and the list of services are also displayed. And if the user tap on close, they are able to close it back. So this is the last screen we are going to design. So what we're going to do now, we'll go through the screen one after the other before we do the final prototype to check if there is any place to fix. So this is one of the most important things you do when you are doing your design. You take your time to cross-check everything before you do the final mock-up. You make sure that everything is properly aligned and no screen or overlay is missing, and wherever necessary you put comments so that the developer you are working with, they will understand and have a clear picture of what you presenting to them. We'll see you in the next lecture.